Allez, coucou YouTube. Comment ça va? Allez, je vous ai pas menti, 48 heures après. Non, je rigole. Je sais pas du tout. Je sais pas du tout. Être quasi parfait. Ah, j'ai pas les... Oui, c'est parfait ça. Oh, j'ai mon épée. Oh, j'ai... Oh oui, c'est bon ça. Viens là! À un moment donné, faut qu'on discute, mesdames et messieurs. Je lui fais quasiment 2000 de dégâts. Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette traclure? Espèce de fond dévié de bidet là. Ce type est étrange. Re. Mais qu'est-ce que c'est que ce type? Je lui fais 3000 de dégâts. Mais c'est de la fiotte. Beidou.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite.
Oui.
So, what do you think, Kazuha? She totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Une pichenette aurait suffi.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Oui, c'est pas faux.
I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show she put on just now, she's more than convinced me of her ability. So come on.
Oh là là.
We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming champion?
De suite.
Let me think how to aptly phrase these words of praise. You fought well.
C'est concis.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess I shouldn't put you on the spot like that. You know,
Ouais.
a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liua's hero was entering the tournament, and since you signed
depuis
up,
ton
we've
inscription,
had
on voit
many
ce-
others
ce-
do the
ce-
same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up against you.
Ah, enfin, peut-être des combattants de talent. Un homme quasi parfait.
Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I
Déception.
figure I should start treating you that way too.
Oui.
For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone in your league too, right?
Ah oui, s'il vous
So,
plaît.
I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Ah.
But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the semifinals.
Oui.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise.
Ah.
Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semi...
To be fair, Haima was thinking that too.
Ah, pourquoi pas en
All
finale?
right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I want to know who they are and what they're about.
Après une longue attente, vos adversaires de demi-finale, c'est enfin décidé.
We're
Ah.
finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
Parfait.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. I have not seen her so excited in quite some time. Your
Oui.
opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a seasoned warrior. You may
Ok.
well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard.
Je reste concentré sur mon objectif.
Very well.
C'est le but de mon voyage.
To push through the storm that lies ahead.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting.
Parfait. Qui est-ce? Kazuha Subi. C'est une poète.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament. I do
D'accord.
not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are full.
Relax. My girl's at the top.
Je suis prête.
Follow.
Je n'ai rien reçu.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have
Ah, le
begun.
meilleur?
Who's it gonna be this time? The hero
D'accord, gros coup,
or
gros
the
coup.
dark horse?
I don't care about the prize.
Roxy,
You're a
la
strong
révélation.
opponent. That's what I'm here for.
Ouais. Je suis légèrement déçu quand même. Hein. 3000. Je suis déçu par votre attitude. Quasiment 4000. Oh là 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 là. 3500.
I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling.
Mais c'est des adversaires en carton-pâte. C'est du carton-pâte, mesdames et messieurs.
Congratulations. I was beaten by the best.
Même les Brotocolinus sont plus forts que lui. Je mets plus de temps à les tuer. Je leur fais moins de dégâts. Oh là là, vous êtes bien battu. Vous avez le potentiel pour devenir un champion.
For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll have your chance to get one.
Ouais.
But mine never came.
Oh.
I lost interest eventually. Can't depend on a vision like you can your own body.
Ouais.
I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods. I don't envy it.
Par les dieux.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
Oh, on a le même discours que dans Boruto. Ceux qui ont travaillé leur pouvoir et ceux qui l'ont directement obtenu. Oh là là.
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters
C'est ça.
and see who was the strongest.
Mieux vaut travailler un pouvoir que l'obtenir simplement.
Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experiencing defeat.
Oh, ça c'est un vrai guerrier, ça.
Wow! Now that's true strength talking.
Je te prends dans mon équipe.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
C'est noté.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals? Is it gonna be someone even tougher than you?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely quick.
T'as qui déjà?
So don't get too cocky.
C'est à vérifier. Je ne sais point. Je ne sais plus. Si. Oui, je l'ai. Je l'ai.
Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round.
Incroyable ce garçon.
Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Je ne l'ai pas beaucoup joué. Je ne l'ai pas super bien maîtrisé. Je l'ai pas vraiment aimé au départ parce que je l'ai joué il y a très longtemps. Quand je l'ai obtenu, j'étais niveau 20 etc. 30, il est niveau 36 donc c'était au début du jeu. En vrai, sur le coup, il m'a pas vraiment plu. Par contre, je crois que je faisais des combinaisons élémentaires avec lui, donc il était quand même assez utile. Je crois qu'à cette époque-là, j'avais encore ouais, Amber, j'utilisais Lumiel et j'avais KA. Donc en fait, je faisais feu, air, glace, eau. Feu, air, glace, eau. En fait, j'avais une combinaison comme ça. Compliqué. C'était compliqué.
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. I myself was eliminated in the third round.
Au troisième tour.
Shame. If only I could have advanced.
Maybe next time, huh?
La prochaine fois, qui sait d'ailleurs?
By the way,
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me.
Ah!
He is a formidable opponent, quick on his feet and swift to take advantage of his opponent's missteps. I faltered for but a brief moment, but before I knew it, he had me on the
En
floor.
vrai, tu pourrais faire une team avec Naina, Xinku, Kuki et soit Kolei, Kera, Nus Perso ou Keking. Ouais. C'est tout à fait possible, oui. Il me faut juste Naida. Faut que j'arrive à l'obtenir, c'est
Given my
tout
stature,
simple.
I have no fear of squaring
En vrai,
off
cette
with
team est
physically
viable.
strong opponents.
Et
But
possiblement
facing a
viable.
nimble, agile opponent such as
Faut
him,
juste que collège, j'arrive à
I found
l'augmenter
myself
au niveau
completely out of my league.
60, 70, parce que là, elle est niveau 40. Le combat Neida et Zekinkeki est tellement pété. Ah bah ça... quand tu fais les combinaisons, c'est sûr, hein. Combinaisons élémentaires, ça fait mal, hein.
Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
Ok, adversaire suivant. Ah, glaner plus d'infos.
Hey there! Well, where did the other guy go?
Il est mort. Son honneur n'a pas tenu.
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place.
Ah,
His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply. Why don't you dodge, they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it yet.
comment s'est passé votre combat?
Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, my scheduled match time had already passed and I had to forfeit.
Ah
I
d'accord.
don't dare tell my master about this, otherwise I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this.
D'accord.
All right then. Hope your buddy makes a swift recovery. Hang in there.
Thanks.
Oh là
I'll
là.
do my best.
Oh là là, je le sentais tellement que eux c'était des...
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
Ok, donc en vrai,
Maybe we can go talk to Beto.
ils sont
Surely
tous
he's gotta know something.
inutiles. Tous.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commendable. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, and it could have cost you the match.
Vraiment?
But you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your opponent.
C'est
That
du-
is a most invaluable skill.
Vous êtes observateurs.
In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet, and the pattern of your breathing. But it is nothing remarkable, for I discerned nothing more than Captain Beto did.
Ah, réaction.
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on previous experience.
Ah, pas la même méthode de repérage.
I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
J'imagine que ne pas utiliser tes pouvoirs élémentaires est quelque chose d'assez nouveau pour toi. Mais je suis contente que ce soit presque fini.
I wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think the...
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique about their
Ils
style.
ont tendance à avoir quelque chose d'unique dans leur
As
style.
for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior
Et
form.
sa force.
It's also obvious that he's seen... What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
On doit
If
absolument
that
y
is the
aller.
case, then I have a proposal for you. Let's go somewhere a little quieter, shall we? I
Ah
haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma, I was a wandering samurai.
Voilà. Oh là là.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time,
J'ai l'air de
when you talk,
quelqu'un
you
qui...
don't really sound like someone who's used to waving a sword around.
Ah
It is true that
Il
I
est
am
vrai que
versed
j'ai-
both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill?
Samouraï errant. Mhm. Ah, je l'aurais pas deviné, surtout avec ton épaulière type armure samouraï. Non, vraiment. Vraiment, vraiment.
I do not mean to flaunt
Et
my
surtout,
martial
le
prowess,
kimono.
but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands.
Ça, c'est du
I
kimono.
do possess some knowledge regarding your opponent's particular skill set. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent down.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know your enemy.
Ah.
Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require more than just bravery alone.
You betcha.
Yeah, betcha.
Wait a second.
Attendez une seconde.
We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In return, nature also leaves its traces upon you. However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. These are the things I am curious to know about.
Oh, il m'intéresse.
Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order.
Oh, Kazuha, tu m'intéresses. Venez à moi. Allons. Ouh, il m'intéresse. Oh là là, c'est à l'autre bout, quoi. Kazuha, le bébé. Oh là là. En tout cas, je vais l'appeler Sherlock. Sherlock, j'arrive. Alors, qu'as-tu à me proposer? Je t'écoute.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter.
Oui,
You are skilled in
vous êtes doué pour
manipulating
manipuler les
the
éléments, pas
elements,
uniquement.
and not just a single element, but multiple. Is that correct?
Ah,
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met. You've known all along.
faut l'invoquer. Ah, c'est pas moi qui décide s'il tombe ou pas. Hein.
That's right.
Moi,
If
je
the
ne peux
other
faire que des
contenders
essais.
would
Hein.
catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say it would cause some unwanted misunderstandings.
Ouais. Oh oui, là on le voit bien. Kimono, la petite épaulière samouraï. Oui, 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 oui. Moi je dis oui. Ça c'est un perso, ça.
If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a... When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible.
Au
Since
sens
a young
littéral.
age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaves.
D'où les fleurs sur ton kimono.
It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As
D'accord.
crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats.
Ouais.
To think a human could wield the elements without a vision,
Ah ah.
and not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious being.
Waouh, le compliment.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell. It's weird.
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities?
J'ai bien peur de ne pas savoir moi-même tout ce que j'ai à faire.
Extraordinary.
Hmm.
So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learn to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
C'est grâce au Paimon.
It's nothing really. Paimon just told her whatever came to mind.
D'accord.
It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, she just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
En fait, c'est d'instinct naturel.
Perhaps such unfathomable
Peut-être que
things
je-
are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal something to me.
Ah non, il va pas nous faire un combat quand même.
Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair exchange.
Enfin un vrai
Now
combat.
then, let's test your skills, shall we?
Ah. Je vais le combattre. Oh, je suis déçu.
Oz, reveal
Allez, hop, tu recharges.
Windblade.
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Allez, hop.
Guilty.
Par là. Voilà. Petit petit. Petit 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 petit. Allez hop. 1008. Tombe dans l'eau, ça me ferait du bien s'il te plaît. Parfait. Tu prendras plus feu. Voilà, c'est déjà un vrai combat ça. MDR. Déjà, ils tiennent plus la route que tous les combattants que j'ai eu à faire. Ouais, toi tu fais combien de dégâts? Tu es une merde. 1003. Allez. En vrai, hein. Je lui fais vachement moins de dégâts qu'à tout. Les brochettes. Cuisine auto, on va faire les 4, hein. Quitte à avoir un vrai défi, hein. De la soupe, non. Oh, des rouleaux, je prends. Cuisine auto 1, oui. Hop, hop, Eh bien, cuisiner, oui, hein. Cuisine auto, on va faire les 11, hein. Avec Barbara. Parfait. Voilà. Hop, 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 hop. Parfait.
By royal decree.
Boumé. Non, c'est... Voilà, la glace. Voilà, ça fait mal déjà. Là, on est dans quelque chose, là. Là, on est dans quelque chose de concret. Oula! On va attendre la recharge. Viens par là. Oui. Glace-moi si tu veux.
Windblade.
Ils sont si simples à tuer, ceux-là. Parfait. Bon, bah j'ai... Ce fut facile. Aussi facile que tous les combats que j'ai eu. Quoique... Sinon il a pris tarif quand
Your
même.
skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even with your opponent's speed, he shouldn't be able to overwhelm you.
D'accord.
Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining
Ah,
balance,
de contrer ça.
which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He
D'accord.
relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents.
Oui.
In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks should pose no threat to you. Please, save your thanks. If the world
Allez,
is
le
a
combat.
You seem kind
On
I
avance.
desire to know and what influence has
Je-
begotten my
Toutes mes excuses.
apologies for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical way. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree
décret
is
de-
currently underway in Inazuma.
Ouais.
Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Some in the outset.
Au prix de leur vie.
Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, not to mention,
Sans
with
parler
no
du
new
futur.
electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's
Shogun
feelings on
Raiden
the
sur le
matter.
sujet.
less
Ah,
like an
ça
archon and
ressemble
more
moins.
like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. She
L'éternité.
will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may think. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside
Ouais,
within
les
Liyue.
contrats Liyue.
But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity? It goes without saying that the people
Ah,
locked
c'est en
within
contradiction
Inazuma do
totale,
not
là.
fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before?
Ça fait longtemps déjà.
With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same.
Oh.
If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her.
Oh purée.
Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right. We got so
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go.
Bien. Oh là là. Ah. Non, c'est bon.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up. Your attention, please.
Ouais.
We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash. This is the final match.
La finale!
We've seen many exciting battles today, and now at long last, the two finalists have emerged.
Ouais.
Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen her, her reputation, she strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her name causes even Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing Liyue's traveling hero!
Ouais.
Wow! I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm
Parfait.
sure everyone witnessed her thrilling match in the semi, but today's final round will surely. As for our other combatant, he still hasn't arrived. Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous rounds. This is the finals. Apologies, everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right about this.
Ah bon?
Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Allez, je parie que c'est un fatoué qui l'a piqué l'œil divin. Ce n'est jamais aussi simple.
Let me see. It's gone all right. The vision is missing.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such a thing in broad daylight?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beto.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful gaze. The culprit has only acted recently. They will not have gotten far.
C'est pratique son
The
truc.
vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it. I will be certain to get it back.
Ah.
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter to you then. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that came to see the match.
D'accord.
If you would, please come with me.
Mon adversaire n'est pas là. De toute façon. Parfait.
But we're on an island. Where could he have possibly run to?
Bonne question. Il a pu s'enfuir par bateau, hein.
Come with me. I can sense the winds are coming.
Ok. Je cherche pas à te comprendre, mon gars. Ah! Là-bas. Papillon. Ouh.
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance.
Oh, putain. Ouh la vache.
Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
Ah! S'il te plaît. Merci bien. Oh oh. Défi terminé.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of
Qu'est-ce que
checking
c'est
the
ça?
prize in the first place?
C'est Venti qui vole.
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Quoi? C'est Venti qui vole ou Lumine? Je n'ai pas... bah Lumine c'est nous. Donc techniquement si c'est pas nous, c'est dans ta phrase, ça serait Venti.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Ah! Il est là.
Don't get too close.
Là!
Prepare to be blown away.
Hop là. Voilà pourquoi j'aime manger. Tiens, Sino aussi. Là! Voilà!
Judgment is upon us.
Judgment!
Their penance is due.
Voilà. Électricité, eau, c'est parfait. Trempé, mon gars. Ça sera rapide pour toi. Voilà. Ce fut facile. Alors. Petite lueur.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite
Encore?
shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Oula.
Hubris. This way. Follow me.
This way,
There
follow
may be
me.
an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Continue à planer par le vent. Ouais, ouais. Ah, ils sont 2, 3.
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected.
D'accord. Pas attiré par le...
In which case, please stand back.
Stand back. Voilà. Ça c'est réglé. Le feu. Ouais. On règle ton affaire, mon gars. Oui. Est-ce que tu es bon, toi? Oui.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Long tech subject. Aïe aïe aïe. Non, non, non. Pas la faune et la flore. C'est non.
You caught up with me?
Fail.
How is that possible?
Comment est-ce possible?
I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me.
Aha!
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
Aucun bateau ne peut égaler la vitesse du vent.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. Your vision.
No.
Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
Je ne crois pas, non.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature's gaze. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind as I was pursuing you.
Ah. Eh oui.
In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. Namely speed, stealth, and style.
Oh, il lui fait la leçon, c'est beau.
You!
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine, fine. I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters. I fought my way to the finals and...
Et...
So you were supposed to be our opponent.
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then you showed up.
Tu as pris peur.
After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this way.
Ouais.
Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you and Beto. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed to catch up to me.
Vous n'avez nulle part où vous enfuir à présent, laissez tomber.
Drat. This should have gone differently.
Tu vas en payer les conséquences, gamin.
I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's nothing but a useless shell to me.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Oh que si.
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the captain of the Crux fleet.
Eh ouais, mon gars.
It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Ouh là.
Oh, wow, we don't need to go that far, do we?
Oh, le regard. Les expressions sont super bien faites.
I never would have guessed you could
On
be
arrive
so
à les
cruel.
ressentir. Je pensais que vous puissiez être aussi
If this
cruel.
is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
Ah! Ouais. Attends. Ok. Viens là.
By royal
Oh,
decree.
enflammé. C'est bien ça. 1008, parfait. Comme d'habitude. Si faible.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Voilà. Voilà. Oh oui, il a tué Sino. Formidable. Oh, je te kiffe, mec. Faye, rapide comme l'éclair. Oh, je suis pas sûr. Voilà. En vrai, aussi faible. Si faible. Moi, mon... Comme moi, émote. Mon... Comme mon émote. Comme mon émote, d'accord. J'ai envie de rajouter un...
No, no. Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead, please.
Tu sais qu'on déconne quand même.
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near.
Amener un lumière
Yet
qui se
still the
prend des
gods
dégâts.
do
Ouais.
not bestow their favor upon him.
Oh, je vais pas chercher à combattre sérieusement. Hein.
Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind. No further punishment for you.
D'accord.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more punishment? It's
Oh,
up to you. Such willingness is commendable and fits the way of the samurai.
No, no need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
ah, j'étais on fire. Non, pas besoin, merci de me laisser partir, vous êtes généreux. Le pire des traîneurs, part sans tarder.
Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just trying to scare him?
Oui.
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hands.
Oh.
When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity for him to awaken the vision.
Oh oui, Kazuha, oui. Oh oui, qu'est-ce que tu es un homme bon.
But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision to be
Oh là
reawakened.
là là là. Mais Sherlock, c'est un
From the
Sherlock.
moment he stole the vision, I decided I've tried many other methods in the past.
Ah bon?
Though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening.
La veille d'un événement sans
After
porteur
seeing you
après.
command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me the answer I'm hoping for.
Bon bah, j'imagine qu'on va l'activer.
The vision didn't seem to respond at all.
I see. So you are also unable to rekindle the vision.
Ah
No matter. This was expected.
ah. Pourquoi êtes-vous si
I
attaché?
suppose this vision is still mine to take for now.
Pourquoi vouloir le réactiver à ce point?
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision anyway?
The story begins with an old friend.
Ah ah.
He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Ah ouais. J'ai bien aimé ce qu'on vient de voir.
Kazuha.
It's just another way of saying I do. All right then, it's time we returned.
J'ai eu des petits frissons quand même, hein. Si vous avez besoin d'un pareil, je suis
Do
là.
not let my feelings trouble you, but thank you.
Mais thank you. Waouh, 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 waouh. Je dis oui, moi. Je dis oui, 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 hein. Vous savez, ce jeu m'a montré plusieurs fois que son histoire était des plus écrites, mais alors là c'est pas mal, j'avoue. J'avoue, je commence à m'y plaire. Bon, par contre, je voudrais aller à Inazuma. Merci. C'est pas vrai ça. Vais-je y arriver? Oh là 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 là. Puff 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 puff. Tic 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 tic. Et encore t'as rien vu. Ah. Oh oui. Ouh, j'attends avec impatience. Sumeru est tellement au-dessus. Oui, j'ai déjà eu un bref aperçu. J'ai déjà eu un bref aperçu de Sumeru.
Did Beta leave already? Maybe she went back to her ship.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang.
Ah,
It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
d'accord.
It's not unusual for...
But still,
Mais
Captain
quand
Beto was
même-
disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it for quite
L'histoire de
some
Sumeru
time.
avec Naida. Ah, l'histoire, ah oui. Bah, ça sera après Inazuma, hein. De toute façon, je ne peux faire que dans l'ordre.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his mind. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened?
Oui.
If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified. And our hero here is the champion.
Ouais.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
Moi non plus.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beto is... But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
C'est chaud
Let
ça.
us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest.
Il est vrai.
Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made.
Waouh.
In the meantime,
Pendant ce temps, j'ai
I
l'intention de...
intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue.
D'accord.
Believes you'll find a
Thank you. May one final word of warning.
Ok. Prologue terminé. Vent d'automne, les feuilles s'écartent. Elles s'écartent. Yes! Waouh, 60 primo. C'est incroyable. Oh, une pierre de la fatalité. Ouais. Check up. 403 et 2 pierres. Ce qui veut dire 1002. 1280. Déjà, on se rapproche d'un objectif un peu plus solennel. Sachant que oui, je vais en récupérer 40, je vais en récupérer 60 ce soir en faisant ces quêtes. Oui, moi je dis oui, moi, hein. Je suis aux petits anges. Le temple du lion. Ah, c'est une quête d'histoire, ça. Hein. Toute voile d'or. En vérité, on va aller à Inazuma et on va se quitter. Il faut pas déconner. 6400 plus 7 pierres de la failleté pour Naïda. Ça va être tendu. Ouais, ça va pas être tendu, ouais. C'est pas être tendu, ça, hein. Faut avoir de la chance. Et encore, il y a 2 jours à attendre. Donc tu as encore 2 jours pour farmer un peu.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made
CMDR.
arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct?
Aïe, tu vas l'avoir au ras des pâquerettes.
Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right?
J'ai plus de quête. Ah! Et bah voilà. Et bah voilà, hein. Il va falloir faire les... Il va falloir grappiller, hein. Il va falloir grappiller et prier fort. Je peux que prendre daily plus faveur en primo. Bah, c'est tout. C'est tout ce que tu peux faire. Ouais, 150 primo par jour, ouais. C'est tout. Bah ça te fait quand même 150, c'est 180 ADC. Ça peut te faire en deux jours. Sachant que le jour J... Ouais, tu peux tenter de grappiller un essai à 2 essais.
Oh, is that right? The fleet is nearly completed reprovision. Captain Beidou
Allez.
sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor.
Seems Beidou is the captain.
Of course. There are...
So you'll be
Allez.
heading off then?
Au bateau!
Weather the journey before you until we meet again. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Bah les étoiles.
Oh, it's kind of
Wow.
hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
Oh la joie. J'imagine, ouais.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
Et elle savait!
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See, there's no need to get all sappy now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back. The ship is currently anchored off of Guyon Stone Forest.
Ah là là, Osbenzo, tu as utilisé la technique de Seberu no Jutsu. C'est une technique interdite pour moi. C'est une technique. Ah la CB no Jutsu, c'est pas mal. Ah. Masteroka to CB Jutsu.
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to let us
Ah, Vitsa no Jutsu.
Just following orders.
Aïe aïe aïe. Ah, ça va coûter cher tout ça. J'en connais un dans 2 jours, son banquier va l'appeler, va faire. Oui, il serait peut-être temps d'arrêter là. El famoso technique interdite. Ouais, c'est la technique interdite du banquier, ça. Hein. Après, quand ça appelle et qu'on te dit, oui, vous êtes dans le rouge. Et après, oh mon dieu! Déjà? Mais je n'ai fait que 4 invocations! Oui, bah, c'est déjà trop, monsieur. El famoso technique. Si, ok, el famoso, el technique. El technique est spirituel. Ah, faut que j'aille au bateau. Faut que j'aille au bateau. Allez, bateau. Thomas! On va te prendre toi, Thomas. Et oui. Le bateau est là-bas derrière. Moi, coloré en vert, là. Ah. Mais en tant que t'es dans le vert, c'est bon. Hop, hop, hop. Tant que t'es dans le vert. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Bon, après, c'est pas grave. On ira tous manger des pâtes pendant 3 semaines, mais ouais. L'histoire est là, quoi. Ça sent les pâtes pendant 3 semaines. Ça sent les pâtes. Hop, hop. Non, 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 non. Thomas. Hop, 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 hop. Allez, hop, Thomas. Allez, grimpe. Oh, des œufs. Pardon. 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 Qu'est-ce que je viens de faire? Ouais, j'ai fait le cheval dans Skyrim. J'ai monté en marchant. Les bonnes pâtes au beurre. Et non, même pas les pâtes au beurre. T'as pas assez sur la CB pour le beurre. T'as juste les pâtes. Les pâtes et l'eau courante, c'est tout. Les pâtes au beurre. Aïe aïe aïe. Aïe. Allez. Ah, je vois Bédou. Largage. Pam pam.
Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already.
Toutes mes excuses, capitaine.
Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations.
Bien. Pas grave, je demanderai à Naïda de me...
Well, now that everyone's here.
Aïe aïe aïe. Eh ben, je te souhaite de l'obtenir du premier coup. Ça coûtera moins cher. Mettons le cap sur le pléau. La nation de l'éternité. Bien. Et vraiment stylé le bateau. Hein. Oh, une vue FPS. Oh oui. Kazuha a essayé de draguer le miel là. Moi je sais pas. Oh, what the hell? Thomas!
Ahoy there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Ouais.
Shush! You can blame your almighty shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
Rencontré récemment.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
À quel point j'étais impatient de vous rencontrer.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Ravi de vous rencontrer.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
C'est toujours agréable à entendre.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts.
D'accord.
If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
Embobiné.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Ouais.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Eh ouais.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Je me sens prête.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. What?
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
D'accord.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low.
Ouais.
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried.
D'accord.
So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Tout en les adaptant un peu. Oh, d'accord. Alors, je tiens à préciser une chose. C'est qu'en vue de cette région, je ne serai absolument pas du tout... Ah oui. Objectif. C'est mort. Voilà. Allez hop, c'est bon, c'est ma région préférée. Sumeru, Mondstadt. Le reste, ça dégage! Allez hop. C'est bon. C'est bon. C'est bon. C'est bon. Oh là là. Oh là 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 là. Eh bah c'est bon, ouais, mon affaire est réglée. C'est réglé. T'as encore rien vu là là. Ah mais là déjà, de ce que j'en vois, c'est fini. J'adopte tout ça. J'adopte. Je l'adopte, je l'accepte. T'as plein d'îles. Ah j'imagine bien, oui. Le poste, on active ça et on se quittera ici YouTube. Ainsi au moins vous aurez un peu de notre aventure. Inazuma, je trouve c'est pas la meilleure île. Oh oui, me dis pas ça. Ah oui, ça me donne envie de continuer.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma.
Ah bien.
You must be new.
Oui. Oui.
Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you.
Nous sommes ici pour commerce.
Currently, only members of the International Trade Association are authorized to engage in the import and export of goods. Do you have your trader's permits?
Merde!
My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers for your kind perusal.
Ah, Thomas, oui!
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
Précipité.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
D'accord.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
Ritou. Piouf.
So, where do we go next?
Oh.
The Outlander Affairs Agency.
On va tous les faire.
They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Eh oui.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders.
En même temps, c'est une île confinée.
As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement.
Dans tous les cas, on n'a pas le choix.
I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going. Now, let's head over to the...
Oui, allons au bureau.
Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the
Chef
Conjo
d'escouade
Commission.
du commissariat économique.
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth.
Oh, il me rappelle Léonie dans Tomb Raider. On
You
va
really
s'en
haven't
aller.
heard
Hein.
of it before?
Ores and jewelry from Liyue. You can't find a better deal, right?
Oh là là. Non, mais vous pouvez pas me faire ça. Non, mais non. Oh, c'est incroyable. Oh, on dirait des onsen. Mais c'en est pas. Oh. Oh, je suis au paradis. Oh, je suis au paradis. Oh là 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 là. Il a dit oui. Je dis oui, 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 oui. Ah, par contre, ça là-haut, ça m'intrigue. Waouh. Mon nom est Robert, je suis commerçant. Waouh, la petite cloche. Waouh, 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 waouh. Inspectrice Yurika.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency, both of you?
Yes, please.
Oui, s'il vous plaît.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
Ah, c'est cher!
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you...
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Wow!
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
C'est une sacrée remise.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as
Vache.
this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
Avec une invitation. Ah!
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Oh là 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 là, mais quel succès,
Much
monsieur
obliged.
Thomas! Oh là là, il a un rencard! Oh, le rencard gratuit! Au bureau des affaires étrangères, procéder à la demande de résidence. Wow, par contre, on est passé de 2 millions à 1002.
She went from 2 million down to 600?
Ah non,
Something
à
seriously
600
wrong
pour
with people at the
300
finance
moras per
department.
personne. Les gens d'ici n'ont vraiment un problème avec les sorties finales. Je crois que ce n'est plus... Oui.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech.
Ouais.
The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes a question of how much they can make.
Ouais, le plus
So
possible.
when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency,
De faire une demande de résidence. Ouais. Ah,
Them for all they're worth.
exact.
exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy.
C'est de l'oppression flagrante.
Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it.
Tu m'étonnes. Ouah,
The most that
Inazuma.
overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito.
Ah,
Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
d'accord. C'est intéressant.
It's like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander.
I see. So this is, after all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma.
Dans tous les cas.
I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who
Ouais,
you encounter in
attends,
this world.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the...
Parfait.
Really? Wow, the Rito Fixer is better connected.
I
Je veux
mean, it
dire,
will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done.
Cependant,
Our
on va y arriver. Il va te falloir
connections
du
come at a
temps.
high price, you understand?
Not you too.
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if
Pour rendre
this
des
is something
services.
you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first.
Thomas, moi, il me sert pas vraiment, hein, et c'est juste pour le feu. Hein. C'est juste pour faire la combinaison élémentaire. En vrai, je pourrais le remplacer par Xiangli.
I like to do things in a way that keeps
Ou même
everybody
Amber, hein.
happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
C'est juste que je peux pas nier. Ouais, Amber. C'est juste que quand je fais son ultime, donne le bouclier. Et en vrai, c'est parfois utile. Amber.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon.
Amber.
You're the man in the
Utile au
middle,
début du
so
jeu,
you have to
inutile au
trade
milieu du
favors
jeu.
to keep everyone indebted to you.
Les voies d'une négociation sont impénétrables.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind.
Mais tu es un escroc.
Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
D'accord. Maintenant qu'on est libre de nos mouvements. Voilà. Parfait. Parfait. Il est là-bas. Parfait. Nous allons pouvoir arrêter l'épisode YouTube bientôt. Voilà, plus d'1 heure d'épisode, ça devrait le faire normalement. Quoique vous avez l'habitude avec moi. Bonjour. Oh non, les jardins, oui. Oh oui. Oh là là. Oh oui. Oh, c'est un grand oui. Lézard. Que de lézard. Oh là là. Et la statue des 7. Oh waouh. Elle est Ah oui. Île de Narukami. Ah d'accord. Et la petite île Ritu. Le village de Konda. Cité Inazuma, d'accord. Domaine Kamisato. Follet Shinju. Arumi. Et je n'ai débloqué... D'accord, donc là ça... Putain, oh la vache, c'est une étendue d'eau ça. Et il me reste encore ici et ici. Waouh. On va faire une offrande. J'en ai pas, oui j'en ai pas. Waouh. Incroyable. Tout simplement incroyable. Magnifique. Ouais. Je l'ai vu, je l'ai vu, je l'ai vu. Ah. Hop 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 hop. Non. Oh, come on. Je vais pas y arriver. Non, je vais pas y arriver. Ouais, non, non. Bon, quoi qu'il en soit. Quoi qu'il en soit, YouTube, merci à vous d'avoir suivi cet épisode. Nous sommes enfin arrivés à Inazuma. Je vous dis à la prochaine pour la suite de nos aventures sur Genshin. Bye bye.